If you have real work to do, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better partner than Pixelmatters.
At UJET, we build customer experience AI applications along with a cloud contact center routing application for interactions around voice, chat, email, WhatsApp, SMS, essentially powering your customer contact center solutions.
So our conversation with Pixelmatters started right around the time that we had signed several very large enterprise clients, and all of whom had very urgent product work. And we were facing a really deep product backlog on a very aggressive timeline. Our company was going through a significant stage of growth, but from a product and engineering standpoint, it was a lot of high pressure. The Pixelmatters team showed up, and they didn't just want to understand how they could jump in to support us, but they assumed the opportunity and the risks as their own. Ultimately, that's what I think cemented our partnership for the long term.
It would have been much more difficult to build an engineering organization in Porto in particular without the Pixelmatters relationship. Having the team at Pixelmatters let us bootstrap in many ways an engineering organization and an engineering culture in the city, helped us with introductions, gave us a lot of entrees into the local communities.
My first impressions of the Pixelmatters team was that I felt like the people fit our culture. And that was extremely important to me when we look at outside relationships, is how would our people get along with their people. And so I felt like with Andre and Bruno and the rest of the team, Thiago and everyone, it was as if they were already a part of our company.
It was very clear from the start that something was different, that this team demonstrated that they had that sense of ownership and accountability, wanted to understand the broader strategy and the implications of success versus failure, and how the work that they would be doing was connected to those outcomes. We got the sense early on that Pixelmatters was the type of firm that would not let their team fail a client, and those conversations gave us a lot of confidence early on.
It really started as something like an agency engagement and has since then evolved to be something like combined teams with ours. So it really let us grow our team more organically here with an engineering culture already existing and fused with the Pixelmatters teams.
Yeah, I talk about picking up the trash. I use that a lot with my teams. And the analogy is when you're walking through your home or you're walking through your office and a child or somebody drops trash, a lot of people just walk over it. And what I mean is that you pick it up. Like, why wait for somebody else to pick it up? I know it's not your job, it's not your trash, but let's go solve the problem. And so with the Pixelmatters team, we saw that they were coming to us with ideas and solutions around problems that we really hadn't asked them to go solve. And then they would come with a suggestion around, hey, if we did this other project over here, we could solve some quality or some throughput problems. They were bringing solutions, not just problems, and not just doing what I told them to do.
Having partners in Pixelmatters with strong opinions, even if they're not opinions that I always agree with, has helped us to hash out a lot of new ways of doing things, like estimation and planning that we've rolled out collaboratively across the wider engineering organization. A year ago, I think we were doing monthly releases that had a 2-week regression cycle. Now we are shipping twice a week. We have code that gets merged in and can be in production in less than a week, and we're moving much faster.
The experience that we had was functional, but I would say it didn't keep pace with the growth and the complexity of our platform, and it started to feel as if it was calcifying a bit. The Pixelmatters team delivered a more modern and cohesive design experience, but also one that was built with scalability in mind. But I think what stood out for me the most wasn't just the look and feel that was implemented, but the process that the team followed in order to get there. They spent a considerable amount of time in the research phase. They worked really hard to understand our business, the industry that we're in, our competitors. They met with our customers, and they used the product. And that sort of commitment to understanding the problem statement is what led to such a great outcome in the end.
It's not just a company that engages in executing statements at work, but it's actually a company that ingrains itself in understanding your culture and the bigger mission that you're shooting for. And ultimately, engaging with Pixelmatters makes both companies be a better unity together.